Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are doing more battles, this time against a subscriber. We've been friends for quite a while now, so thanks a lot for the battles. And yeah, we're just going into it, not using anything in particular. Now these battles actually came, I think, before the last videos battles, so kind of a little bit out of order. That's why you might see like the Great League badge at less than it was in the previous video. Something simple like that. But yeah, his Vigoroth actually takes out my Vigoroth first, and I was a little bit confused. I was like, does that have scratch on it? But I don't think it does. I think it just was blocking my body slams with its charge moves, with its shield, just so it could knock out my Vigoroth with its counters and just spam body slams all the way. So I didn't really know what to expect or whatnot, but that is okay. Anyway, we're trying out Sceptile, so we do go ahead and switch in Sceptile, which this is pretty good for us, except the only thing is Sceptile is really frail, so it's not going to be able to take those hits. I'm not really liking Sceptile, to be honest with you guys, which is really unfortunate, because I thought it would be its time to shine in this format, especially with Aerial Ace. But if you really want to go with Sceptile, I would probably go with Aerial Ace and Leaf Blade instead of Frenzy Plant. Yeah, just my opinion. But we do go ahead and lose the first game, so it was a good match. Thanks for the battle. So for this one, we have the Alolan Graveler, and he switches into his Gloom, and we do get off that Rock Blast right now. He's not doing a lot of damage at all, but he actually knocks us out just fine with Razor Leaf. We didn't really have a great switch in because Razor Leaf is going to do a lot of damage to anything that switches into it, basically. I mean, Sceptile does resist it technically, but because Sceptile is so frail, it's still taking that damage, you know? You could see the damage it's taking, so it's going to hit us with Sludge Bomb, and yeah, it's just going to knock us out, and then we get off a Body Slam with Vigoroth, hoping to knock it out, but of course he's going to go ahead and shield, and counter will knock out Gloom, but he still has two Pokemon on his side. One is going to be that Noctowl, so not looking pretty for us. So we're going to go ahead, and you guys know that we're going to lose this one, so getting off another Body Slam, trying all we can. We still have a shield left, so I guess I could have blocked that Gloom's attack earlier, but I didn't know what Gloom had. I didn't even know it had Sludge Bomb, so that's definitely my bad. But that's why we practice, right? That's why we learn. And it's still early in the Jungle Cup for us to learn, right? But for this match, we begin with Lantern, and Lantern I do think is good for this cup, or at least decent. I want to play with it more, but I feel like Water Gun is probably the better way to go. I just haven't switched it yet because I haven't had my Rainbow Cup tournament yet, and I'm going to be using Charge Beam for my Rainbow Cup. But afterwards, I'll probably switch it to Water Gun and use Lantern more often. But either way, he brings in his beautiful shiny Scyther, and we go ahead and use a Grass Knot. Only have one move on that Breloom. You'd probably want, Sludge Bomb with it or whatnot. I'd have to look at Breloom's moves. So yeah, just using Pokemon like Breloom and Sceptile, and Pokemon I haven't used before, and just trying them out, you know, just seeing how they work and whatnot. But yeah, so we do go ahead and knock out that Scyther with Swallow, and we get off Brave Bird against Heracross, but of course he's going to block it, and Swallow's going to do a lot of damage to Heracross because it's 4 times weak to it. Lantern, we're going to immediately click that Thunderbolt, and that will knock out Heracross. So we do go ahead and take the win there. So at least it's not a total sweep, right? We do actually win. So we do win that one. And a couple of these attack animations, like when I attack, only like 3 or 4 times in this battle. I did have to edit it out because it was kind of glitchy and whatnot. We still got the 3 shields, even though it doesn't look like, not the 3 shields, the 3 rings, even though it might not look at it occasionally. And that's just because we just had to edit things out, like the attack animation or whatnot. But only a few times in this video. But anyway, he knocks out our Vigoroth, so we're gonna go ahead and block this Bulldoze. I was actually expecting Body Slam, but it was Bulldoze, so yeah. But anyway, we did block that, and he brings in his Alolan Graveler, another Pokemon that I think is fantastic, and I love using Alolan Graveler as well. Bringing in that Snorlax, we're going to hit it off with a Grass Knot. Unfortunately, we do not have Dynamic Punch on this Breloom. I believe it gets Dynamic Punch, but either way, we do go ahead and knock out that Snorlax, so we do take another win. So yeah, we started off weak, but we're kind of catching up, and we do take another win. But for this one, we begin with Vigoroth. He's beginning with that Gloom, going to town with Razor Leaf. Now, Razor Leaf is such a good move, as I've mentioned. I mean, it does so much damage to anything that doesn't resist it. So obviously, like, Noctowl is not going to take much damage. It's not going to be good against Noctowl as well, or a Pokemon like that. But it's such a good move, so I'm thinking of trying it maybe on a Grottle or whatnot. So I think it's a really good move, and I think it has relevance in this cup. But we'll see. We'll see. I definitely want to use it. So I'm smart at this battle. I do go ahead and block that Sludge Bomb because I know now that Gloom does have Sludge Bomb that could come my way. Similar to the Ursaring play with the Heracross, you know. But we do go ahead and block this X-Scissor. That was probably a poor block on my end because we could have taken that. But we get off a Sky Attack, which is going to force his shield, which is good for us, so I'll definitely take that. Actually getting off another Sky Attack for us, so that is good. And yeah, so trying to finish it off, and we do actually finish it off. His final Pokemon will be that Venusaur. Unfortunately, though, our Swallow is very low, so it faints, and he has Sludge Bomb, so he's going to be able to pick up that win. But that was a close match. I thought we had that one, but then I saw Venus, so I'm like, nope. So good game. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into another one, beginning with Beedrill, and he does begin with his Fortress. And this is really not a good matchup, so we're going to get out of there into Vigoroth. You guys know I don't like switching first, but sometimes you have to do it, so we went ahead and pulled the switch into Vigoroth, and we actually get off Brick Break. Now, this is before I switched it over to Bulldoze. I do have Bulldoze now, but we're able to get off back-to-back Brick Break, so seeing if he blocks both of them. He actually only blocks one. That actually did not do a lot of damage, but we get off one final Body Slam, and he's going to go ahead and block that, and then he knocks us out. But that's okay, because we did take both of his shields, so I'm actually happy with that position. However, he is able to get off a charge move, so I'm going to go ahead and use one of my shields so we can knock him out with our fast moves. And we have an Aerial Ace and a Sludge Bomb ready to go against Butterfree. So an interesting pick, an interesting Pokemon. We get off basically back-to-back Aerial Aces, and that will be enough to knock out Butterfree. So we do go ahead and knock that one out. And then his final Pokemon is that Vigoroth, so we switch out into Breloom, and yeah, pretty good for us because we still have a shield left, so we can block this Body Slam. And we're just we actually have to take another Body Slam, so that's going to be enough to knock us out because of how frail our Breloom is. So this was actually a very close match, but we finish off Vigoroth with our final charge move, and we're able to take that win, even though it was super close. But another good game. So we're going to go ahead and jump into another one, of course, beginning with Fortress. Fortress is another Pokemon. I'm loving Fortress, Vigoroth, and Noctowl, even though I haven't used Noctowl yet because I don't have one. So I'm thinking of those three will probably be on my final team, but we'll have to see. As I said, there's still plenty of time. We still have plenty of time, so we'll still have, a lot more time to try out Pokemon and whatnot, and maybe lose a bunch more until we realize what's good for this cup, or maybe we'll win a bunch more with some Pokemon we didn't know were good, and we'll realize those are good Pokemon and we'll use them. That's generally how it goes. I don't know, but we do go ahead and knock out, what was that, a Scizor? I think it was. Going for a Rock Tomb against his Gloom. I felt like that was a mistake. I should have went for that Heavy Slam. I don't know why I didn't. So I go for Heavy Slam now. I guess it didn't matter because we were still able to get off the Heavy Slam, but still. Anyway, he has no more shields left, which is good. So pretty good positioning for us. So we're going to go ahead and block this Sludge Bomb. And yeah, so I'm just going to go to town with counters, even though he resists counters. Getting off a Body Slam to finish off Gloom. And his final Pokemon will be that devastating Venusaur. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the switch into Breloom. I want my Breloom to be knocked out to waste all of his energy on Breloom, because I know Breloom can't do anything to Venusaur, right? So just trying to get off another Body Slam because I knew it would knock it out. So we go ahead, bring up that shield, block the Frenzy Plant, and we're able to get off another Body Slam thanks to sacrificing that Breloom. So thank you, Breloom. Your sacrifice did not come in vain. And that is going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.